And we're here. Championship games, very much the theme tonight, both on the court and also on the field, because we've got the VFL Super Bowl later on. First of all, of course, a big thank you tonight to GameStar Group. Those guys have been working with them in the 3v3 stuff, but their generosity has also helped us fund the prize for this championship game, a $150 trophy, which is always nice to kind of have. You want to be the first player ever to kind of bring home that trophy, the gold-studded VFL 2K Championship. Only one of these two get to bring it home, though. And, of course, not all the games may well be tonight. There's a lot of NBA to play. It's a best-of-5 series. This could go the whole 5 games, knowing how good these two are on their day. LSJP, one of the best, probably the predicted winner at the beginning of the season, against Noof, of course, who is multi-talented. This guy's won Super Bowls on the Madden side. He's a dangerous right back on the FIFA pitch. He can do it all across various sports, but can he be the first person to effectively be a Grand Slam champion, a 2K champion, and a Super Bowl winner? No one has done that before, so a little bit of history and legacy that Noof is playing for here this evening. Joined on comms tonight, of course, by Dirty Dave, the stinkiest man to do it. Dave, tonight, who are you going for? It may not all happen in one go. It may well be a 2-day job here because it's 5 games, but if you had to make a prediction out of Ellis and out of Noof, who are you going for and why?
I'm definitely going for Ellis. I just think he's the better player. Like, Noof's good. He's got OKC, but I just think Ellis is so good and so much better than everyone else in the league that I think he's going to be able to take this.
I mean, do you think tonight then there's more to it than meets the eye? Does it need to be more than the Sam Merrill show? Do we need to see people like Damian Lillard and maybe even someone like, I don't know, Grant or Bryant? I mean, he's got so many kind of mid pieces, doesn't he? But everyone knows he hides behind that Sam Merrill 3-pointer. I mean, we didn't really see James Harden a lot 2 rounds ago, and I think one of the beginning rounds. We saw him a little bit more last round. Does he need to get Harden involved tonight? Can he rely on Sam Merrill? What is your kind of overall thought process of his offense?
I believe he typically just runs the ball through Damian Lillard and James Harden, and he just kind of looks for that 3-point. I don't know what just happened there, but I think that like Sam Merrill just kind of gets the shots because of the offense he runs. It doesn't really go through him, so like he should just keep doing that. Like let James Harden, Damian Lillard like run from up top, and if he's open, you let him shoot. But just do what he's done all season.
Well, for now, I guess we'll wait and see quickly if this game is going to happen. There's been some issues with Discord, of course, today. Maybe that's creeped over into the 2K world, but hopefully not, as these two kind of moving their players around again. They're back lobbied up, and let's just cross our fingers and hope that we get day 1 action here. This would be the biggest cucking in the world, Dave. If we're here, we're set, we're ready, they're ready, and we don't get this game. But thankfully, it looks like the screen's fading into black, and we've got a game here, Dave. So, we don't know how many games we're going to see tonight. I mean, you'd expect anywhere from 2 to 3 games. I don't think these guys or us can handle doing all 5 tonight. That's a lot of NBA. Tonight, Ellis starts with home court advantage. I mean, that's also huge. You know yourself as an American playing in the league that, the latency, especially on 2K, is such a killer. So that ultimately means if this does go the whole hog and it goes to Game 5, then Ellis is going to have that penultimate advantage. We are going to need to see at some point in this series Noof win on UK ping, aren't we?
Yeah, it's something he's gonna have to be able to overcome. The thing about a 5-game series though is he only has to do it once, which I do think is an advantage. He's gonna get 3 opportunities to win on Ellis's host, which is possible. But as I said, I do think Ellis is the better player, and Ellis might even be able to win on Noof's host.
Well, I'll tell you this much as well. There's definitely a respect there also, because leading up to this game, Noof himself has said, please don't spank me 3-0. So, I mean, Noof is very, I think, confident in himself. We've seen him in the Madden side of things where, he will say, yeah, I believe I can get to a Super Bowl. I can compete for a Super Bowl. Here, though, are you maybe surprised at maybe the lack of belief that he's got in himself, or do you just see that as him paying respect to Ellis as such a great player?
I've spoken to him, and I know that he's not too confident in himself in 2K. He's aware that if he wasn't OKC, he'd definitely still be in the playoffs, but he probably wouldn't have this incredible record. And he just knows that Ellis is like a true 2K guy. So I think he's aware of the skill gap there, and he's just a little nervous about it.
That's fair. Well, of course, tonight, people that maybe don't know your NBA teams, in the white jersey, you've got Ellis, of course, with the Cavs, and Noof in the blue with the OKC Thunder. And again, a big thank you tonight, GameStar Group, the guys over there, especially Kate. He knows who he is if he's listening to this in the office today, helping us fund that wonderful trophy with the prize pool that they gave us. So fantastic from them. I think always nice to have that kind of physical element to play for as well. Luke knows all about that from the Madden side of things. Ellis may be hoping tonight that he can have a little bit of a memento in his bedroom. But we'll see. It's going to be easier said than done. I mean, the other side of the coin as well, Dave, you know, is this. We've had this conversation when it was me, you, and Dakin on comms before. You know, that's a sloppy one there from Ellis. But we've had this conversation before, and we were all kind of in agreement. I wonder if your mind's changed. And that point that I'm making here is, will Ellis need to be prepared for perhaps a little bit of rim running when Noof is on away connection? Because Noof is going to feel that timing. We said, you know, context matters. It's the championship series, Dave. Do you have to be a little bit more lenient tonight if Noof goes a bit paint heavy?
I do think so. I'm not entirely sure, but I do think Ellis is one who will turn off the help defense and just leave the paint wide open to prevent the three. So if he does that, you're obviously going to see more points in the paint, which you do have to be mindful of.
Well, for now, Noof looking to maybe drive in here, goes onto the outside. Noof got to take a shot, takes a mid-ranger. That's going to be a shooting foul from James Harden. Sends him to the line. And Noof now has an opportunity to add 2 to the score. Sends the first up. That is good. And the second one coming here now from OKC's number 8. And that is bricked. So 5-4 as things stand. A narrow lead. I mean, in this championship series, though, Dave, what are you looking for as the kind of guy that's, you know, I refer to you as the kind of the evaluator, the analyst, the guy that's kind of looking at patterns and starts and rhythm and momentum in a game. Are you expecting us to see a first quarter here tonight where it is, you know, going to be at 26-20 like we've seen so often, or do you expect it to be a little bit more defensive?
I do think it'll be a little more defensive just because, like, you got Noof, who probably is like the best defensive team in the game.
Yeah.
And then you have Ellis, who, like, he's doing an excellent, like, switching the matchups and all that, just not really giving Noof a good shot. So it does look like this is going to be a more defensive series.
And based on that, then, do you feel like Noof has to do anything in particular? I mean, we know all about Damian Lillard as he just sinks a free there, but we know all about Sam Merrill as well. How do you defend against Ellis? Do you give him the inside? Do you just guard the outside perimeter? What do? You clearly can't be doing that, though, as he loses the ball and then also gets a transitional take foul, which leads to a free shot at the line and also the ball back. So not a good moment there from Noof, but at least the shot is whiffed.
Such a versatile guard.
Yeah, against Ellis, like, it's just hard because he's so well-rounded. Like, whatever you give him, he'll take. But Noof's playing a little too aggressive. Like, he's going for a lot of steals, and he's just missing, leaving him wide open. He's got to play a lot more solid to make him work for the open shots.
Well, a shot there goes up, and Noof, of course, fluffs his lines there. As Ellis now back on the ball once again. Ellis looking here to drive inside. He could have taken... I mean, that's the big criticism we've had of Ellis at points as well, isn't it, Dave? Sometimes it overcomplicates the offense. Could have maybe just drove into the paint there and got the free layup or the dunk, as he just did there. But 14-7... I mean, right now, are you starting to see a concerning pattern emerge for Noof? 7 points down. You can't really afford in these big games in a championship series to fall behind too quickly.
Yeah, and I saw this in the picking series too, where it's like his defense is just like he doesn't stay with the guy. Like, I don't know where Noof's going there. He just went to sit on the bench. He's not staying on Noof or Ellis's player when he uses. He's just playing way too aggressive.
Well, I'll tell you this much for free. 2.5 minutes remaining of the first quarter. And Ellis just does not look like this is his first game today. This guy looks like he's been ready for this since the dawn of time. As that one just about swirls around and goes in. 16-9 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the thing right now, Dave, and I think this is obviously because you would imagine we're on the Cavs court, so that means it must be Ellis' host first, obviously. Do you feel right now that Noof is maybe being a little bit too adventurous with some of these threes? He just needs to kind of maybe wind it back down to basics. Loses the ball there. Wow.
Yeah, I'd say it's possible. Oh, he had the play and they just...
Oh my God. Wow. He's kept that in.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That's some determination. But he just sends one up again. It just seems like he's half-heartedly shooting here. These shots are not open. They're not great. And they're also on that kind of delayed timing as, again, Ellis sends one down from distance. And that's a 10-point lead already, 19-9. Noof here starting to really feel what maybe a favorite feels like, what a favorite looks like. A lot of hype, a lot of noise, a lot of kind of, you know, names saying at the beginning of the season that Ellis needed to win this championship, which felt very kind of uncomfortable because we didn't know who was good, who was bad, but there was a lot of hype on this guy. And right now, Dave is living up to that hype. He just looks like he's in a league of his own.
Yeah, he's also really adjusting well to how Noof plays. I know that he's seen Noof's previous games. He knows that he likes to go to the paint. So he's taking that away, and he's basically telling Noof that you're going to have to shoot, even though that's not really what he wants to do.
And even then, look at that for defense from Ellis there. A big steal, and you can see the big blue zone around that guy down there. It means he is cold, he is freezing. The shots are going to be even less accurate from that guy there for Noof. And, I mean, you don't want to see that in the first quarter either, Dave. I mean, this is probably as bad as a first quarter that Noof could have asked for.
Yeah, and that's also Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his best
That's
player
his guy,
and his
yeah.
primary offensive option.
Yeah, that is the shooter of OKC. As he just goes back to basics there, drives into the paint and slams that one down. Alexander Sarr, so far, you can see in the bottom right, and my camera's not in the way, 6.4 points a game, 64% from the field this season. Of course, you're going to need a little bit more than 64% tonight to wrap this one up, as this one sends up deep from Ellis, and then back into the hands of Noof we go. So, Noof driving forward here, looking for a passageway, kicks it back to the outside perimeter, looking in from the corner. Noof continuing again, just a dribble, try and find that passageway. He does. Could have gone in there though, Dave, but goes right underneath the basket and gets the and one. Shooting foul there from Bryant. So, in the end, a nice move there from Noof.
Yeah, I do think he might have had that layup with Shai, but regardless, he wouldn't have gotten 3 from that, so I guess it works out.
Absolutely. Well, first quarter coming to an end here, 21-14 as things stand. Ellis with an opportunity to add one more bucket to his name, as that corner route just does not work. 21-14 at the end of the first quarter. Do you look at this as glass half empty or glass half full, Dave, in the sense of, is this Ellis having an absolute brilliant performance, or is this just Noof not looking like he's ready for this game tonight? How do you view this?
I'll say that Ellis has looked good. I mean, Noof's missed some shots. He's probably taking some bad shots, but it's still the first quarter, and I think Ellis has come into this game with a good plan.
Well, we will see what happens from here on out. So only the first quarter down in the first game. Not all 5 games could happen tonight. May not even take 5. May well be a clean sweep. I think the big interesting thing here, because I think we're on the same line of thinking, aren't we? I think me and you both expected first game, Ellis advantage, Ellis is host, Ellis is court. You would expect Ellis to win this game. It's more about game 2, because I think it starts to get really, really dangerous for Noof if he goes into game 2 and he loses that one, because at that point then, you've got 3 games remaining, only Ellis needs 1 win. So, I mean, that would feel like mission impossible. He can't allow Ellis to go 2-0 on him.
Yeah, I would say so. If I've heard correctly, Ellis actually gets host on the first 2 games.
On the first 2?
Yeah, it's kind of similar to real life, where they alternate in games of 2 for the first 4.
I never knew that. There you go. We're learning. Okay. So I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on Noof in either this first game or second game then, because if he is on Ellis's host for 2 games, I mean, that is dangerous. Of course, Ellis would then have to go and win 1 game on Noof's host, but the mental advantage, Dave, to say I'm 2 up, there's 3 games left, is absolutely massive. You've aired me terrifically, but it's all right, Dave. I love you. Get a shower, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right, buddy.
I'll try.
You won't ever try. Well, 25-18. 5.5 minutes to go here, as the second quarter kind of steering towards its finish. As another big dunk comes down from the Cavaliers. brings that one down. Does Damian Lillard this season. 20.1 points per game as a deep shot goes down there from that bold man with the headband on. Some say that's Pickings playing for the OKC Thunder, but goes up for the alley-oop, and that one there behind the head. Some style points there. Damian Lillard again dropping it down. Like it so far, Dave, in this first kind of half, how Ellis is really using all of the options. He's not just spamming Sam Merrill. He's rotating the ball to Damian Lillard. He's getting a lot of touches with a lot of players here.
Yeah, that's just kind of how Ellis is. He's so well-rounded. He'll look for everything. He's not just going to spam one option, because like good players will be able to take that away. He's going to give Noof too many things to just be able to shut down with one defense, and Noof's going to have to find a way to adjust to it.
Well, for now, adjust is the main word, as the team in white here, the Cleveland Cavaliers and LSJP, continuing to just kind of put the front foot forward, as foul given there on the sidelines. Goes towards the center here, goes inside. That little layup is good. All right. Well, now we start to get a little bit more kind of concerned, because for Noof, he's not really had a confirmed basket in some time now, especially outside of the inside perimeter. Has Noof landed a free yet this game, Dave?
I know he's shot a lot. I don't actually know if he's made one.
Yeah. That's going to be the concern, no doubt. 15-point lead here. And we had Dakin on the other day. You know, we talked about what is, you know, the point of no return. And he said in a playoff game, if you're playing someone decent, around about 15 points is when it starts to get ugly. Well, it's starting to get ugly. 17 points now in between the two of these. And for Noof, I mean, he's looking like he's starting to collapse, Dave. Even some of these pass attempts here, absolutely horrific. As Ellis again from the outside, looking to maybe kick this one in. Harden goes, though, and sends one up. 20 points now. This is starting to look like it's undoable, Dave. Another poor one as well from Noof right there. The head may have gone, Dave. The composure of the OKC may have set sail for game 2. 22 points. Damian Lillard tonight, by the way. 17 points. 7 out of 8 from the field. He is hot. He is red hot. But I don't know. Another free lands, but this time it's for OKC. And they'll be saying about damn time. 19 points now. I mean, what can you even really do at this point, Dave? 2.5 minutes. Do you kind of, if you're in Noof's mind, I mean, obviously I know you and Noof are different people, but do you think Noof will be looking at this and already saying and rolling his eyes and saying this game's done? Think about game 2, or does he need to believe he can come back still? We haven't seen anyone come back in the playoffs from 19 points down.
Yeah, I think Noof's already mentally checked out of this one. So all that's really left to do is just try and figure out how to stop what Ellis is doing. I mean, you do have a full half to try out things and figure out what you can change in your adjustments to make it work, but I just don't know if he'll be able to.
And said it's not an easy feat here in what Ellis is doing. We all saw the records. Of course, Ellis going 29-1 this season in the regular season. Noof going 28-2. It's just tonight it seems like maybe the odds are just too stacked against him. There's a foul there. Blocking foul from Damian Lillard comes in as well. Saar goes back over to Saar. There's Noof. It's just, you know what it is? It's the defense of Ellis is so good, Dave, because he just cuts off every angle so quickly. There's always a guy in front of a shooter, whereas Noof, it's way more open. I mean, there's got to be adjustments made. He just cut through Noof there. That's just so easy.
Yeah, it's just he's taken the user and he's just not putting him
in
in front
of the guy. Oh, what a block, by the way.
Oh,
what a block. Sends that one all the way back. Now Ellis here with the Cavaliers sends that one up. Bricks that one. Thank you so much as well for the sub. Appreciate you and appreciate both Noof and Ellis today for some great basketball we're seeing here. 26-49 so far in game 1 of this best of 5 finale. And of course, big thank you to GSG, GameStar Group, for their continued support. They have funded the prize trophy tonight. One of these two walking away. Well, maybe not tonight. Could be tomorrow whenever the series ends. But one of these two tonight walking away with the $150 custom trophy. It's a big trophy. It's a big trophy. It's about 2 foot tall. So, you know, it's not a small little thing. Going to need to find relevant shelf room for that should you win tonight, as that one goes up. And Noof now, I mean, Dave, better late than never, yes, but holy hell, the threes now are coming in. And before you know it, this one is already back down to maybe not a manageable state, but maybe a state where Noof can gain some confidence and make it manageable. 51-29. As Noof hit, looking for defense to try and get the ball back once more. You've got to kind of chip away at this monumental lead. From a 20-point lead to a 15-point lead and work backwards. That's going to be the big challenge here as a shot clock violation comes in. Cavs turn the ball over with 10 seconds left of the second quarter. Sends one up, another one. There you go, Noof. Continuing to land. Hey, there you go. Well, the Cavs fans are here. Ellis JP has got a strong following, absolutely. He does. Season favourite for a reason, as he just sends one up, and that there is a buzzer beater right at the end. 54-32. The 29-1 Cavs so far giving the 28-2 OKC Thunder a little lesson in the sweet science of basketball. Dave, first half down, second half now to come. What is Noof saying to himself? Is it offense? Is it defense? What is he got to be doing better, to put it bluntly? Not just to win the game, but just to give himself confidence going into game two.
I think it's a little bit of both, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably say the defense. It's just too easy. He's just basically walking in a straight line straight into the paint most plays, and it's just not gonna do it when he's scoring 54 points in the first half.
I mean, we could see one of those rare playoff 100 bomb games, couldn't we? Because we've not really, in the tight playoff games, you don't often see 100 points from one team and the other team being completely kind of isolated. But right now, I don't know what Noof could possibly kind of do differently here. I think, yes, the ping is a big disadvantage. I understand that. But, I mean, even in the first half in particular, I go back to that kind of, I think it was the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, when he effectively, from the start, from his own kind of end of the court, was passing the ball and just passing it directly into Ellis. He has been slopping some of his pass game tonight.
Yeah, that's something you'll see a lot on the high ping. When you just get your reads late, and then by time you get to it, it's just already covered. It's also a thing where you'll like drive into the paint and you want to rush the pass, and so you don't even get to look at the button before you hit it. So there's a few different reasons you'll throw those bad passes on this connection, and he just has to try and. Oh, that's a good block. It's a great block. He just has to try and like calm down a little bit.
So that's a free. That's a fadeaway free too, and the Cavs continue to just rain down like I would say like an Apache helicopter here. They are dropping missiles on the dome of OKC. Of course, as well, the other thing, don't forget, the teams that are not involved in the playoffs here, they've either not made it or eliminated in the early rounds. The wait is nearly over for Season 2. As soon as this series is over, we're heading straight into off-season. That's when, of course, you can start bidding for free agents. That's, of course, when we can start thinking about the draft. And that's, of course, when everyone starts to get back into play. You want to get involved in the 1v1 stuff that we do, the 2K Franchise League, then hop in the VFL 2K Discord. We've got 5v5, we've got 1v1, we've got everything. The 5v5 playoffs are on the verge of kicking off, or tipping off, should I say. The play-ins happening over the last couple of days. And I think happening tonight, if I'm not mistaken, means that 5v5 action will be coming to your screens this week. Just touch wood that some of these, because again, a lot of the 5v5 guys love to play late, praying, hoping we're not going to get too many 11 p.m. games. We'd love to kind of get them in prime time hours, but I understand people have got FIFA and stuff, so it's one of those. Ball head tipped over to the center of the court. Noof there driving in and gets the layup just to get some rhythm going. 63-38. That there, Dave, 25 points. I mean, you wanted a mountain to kind of climb and kind of have a story to come back from. This is that mountain. He has to try and find a way to gain Ellis's respect, because I think right now Ellis is going to be sat there saying this is easy. Hands behind the head, feet propped up. No real kind of, difficulty in this series so far. And if you're right, and he is going to get host back to back, 2-0 is a real possibility here.
Yeah, I've seen a few possessions from Ellis where I feel like he's already yeah, this one's a wrap. He's just kind of like doing whatever he wants.
Well, spinning and turning here is Noof. Sitting under the basket again. Goes back across. It's a poor one from Noof again. Ellis is just on him like a fly on shit, Dave. He really is. Sends that one up. Brings it down. 65 to 38. It just keeps getting worse and worse for Big Noof and the OKC Thunder. Goes to the corner. Noof sends one up. That one bricks again. And now Ellis driving forward. Goes to the corner here. Gatorade bucket there on some of those star players of the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's one thing as well, isn't it, Dave, that Ellis can't do. He can't get too cocky, too overconfident to the point where he leaves star names out there. You don't want to see Sam Merrill or James Harden or, Lillard kind of going down injured and then they're out for the rest of the series.
Yeah, that would be probably one of the only ways Ellis ends up losing this series, the way this is looking. So, honestly, at this point, you could even consider taking them out now and probably not putting them back in. I don't think he'll do that. But
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Because, if you do that, some people can take that one of two ways. You can either take that as a moment of opportunity, or you can take that as a moment of kind of almost ultimate disrespect that you're subbing out, star players, key players with 1 quarter to go. I don't think Noof will see it that way. I think he'd be more understanding. He'd be doing the same thing if he was in Ellis's position. But, I can't remember, Dave. Have we seen Ellis have a big injury this season, in the regular season? I don't think he had one. Maybe he's starting to do one as a big three from downtown lands again. 28-point lead established.
I feel like he had one at one point, and I just can't remember what it was. I think Sam Merrill got injured and lost like 10 overall at one point.
Boy, yeah, well, that will do it. But the ball just going out there as the Thunder going to get this one back as Ellis there nearly forced him into it. And another one, look at that, just right on him like a rash. Another Thunder ball. And I get 3 in a row, Dave. 3 in a row. Just handing it straight to Ellis each time. Then from you, and you kind of referenced this earlier on, you've played in these games where you're a US player against a UK player. What is the main this may sound like a really stupid question, but let me land here. What is the main difficulty when being in Noof's position? Is it the time shooting, or is it the passing? Because it looks like he's struggling with the passing just as much as the shooting here tonight.
I do think it might be the passing because with rhythm shooting, you don't even really have to time it. You just have to get the motion right, and you can do that on any connection. But with the passing, you do have to see them when they're open and actually make the right pass.
Well, I'll tell you, for right now, it's looking like Mission Impossible. 29 points here already in Game 1 of our championship series. There's a free from downtown, just left open and open and open and open, Dave. He's never going to start missing from there. So consistent, so automatic. There's a deep 2 lands there from Noof. 30 points back on the board again. It is dejecting though, isn't it? If you're in Noof's position, 55 seconds to go, and you're looking at this, Dave, probably leaning back and saying to yourself, I got another 4 potential games of this if it goes my way. He may have to take 3 ass whoopings in a row. This may be done tonight.
Yeah, that would probably be very demotivating. I've never had to go through something like that.
All right, Dave, we get it. Humble brag, buddy.
No. We do the Madden, and we do 1 game.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't even think Noof's had to go through something like this.
Yeah, imagine that. Think of it from your game earlier on against Hughes. Imagine having to play Hughes in a best of 5. My head would be on the fucking wall, splattered. You know what I mean? That'd be terrible. But for Noof now, driving forward, goes to the corner. That one laid up. I think he could have gone to the corner there. Dave was wide open, but maybe just not confident in the rhythm shooting. I don't know. Steps back out. Had a good screen in front of him, but rebounded once again by the Thunder. First game of our series tonight. 3 quarters down, 1 quarter to go. 30-point difference. And right now, you're looking at this and saying, is anyone surprised? This is LSJP's series to lose. This is the LSJP experience. So good, so dominant. And clearly tonight, a cut above his Canadian counterpart. If you're in Noof's position now, Dave, do you do the same thing you suggested that Ellis do? Does Noof maybe think about kind of, putting people out to the side, resting them, and making sure that he doesn't kind of have any big niggling injuries coming over to into Game 2?
It is probably the right thing to do, I just don't think he will do it because like
He's too,
probably.
I think he's too
I'll be
competitive.
honest. I think Noof's already given up on the series from this game, so he's probably not thinking about being prepared for the next few. He's probably just thinking about like I'm gonna do all I can in this one and try not like be super angry.
Makes you think, though, doesn't it? You know, if Ellis can do this against a 28-2 player, and again, we get it. Noof is also playing on away connection, so he's going to be at a disadvantage. But it makes you wonder, how the hell do people consistently beat Ellis? The only game that he lost this season in the regular season was when he played on North American Ping, and I think he just lost by a sliver. I think it was either Oni J or someone like that. I can't quite remember, but I mean, even on American Connection, Dave, I mean, he just looks so complete. He looks like a complete player. Going to be a long time before anyone can kind of maybe compete against him. Are we going to need to wait for some of those Cleveland Cavaliers to maybe kind of regress, retire, until we maybe see someone different in the limelight?
That is possible because I believe James Harden and Damian Lillard are both like 35 and 36. So I don't really know what the next season will look like for them.
Kicks it back to the outside here. As Ellis once again trying to just oh, look at this. Just he's sending Noof into a blender, man. Oh, the ankles were broken. He didn't know where to go. Yeah, of course he's on delay and whatnot, but that was just funny. Noof was moving like a lost puppy out there, completely put in a mix-up. As Noof here driving forward, goes for the layup, and that one's going to be blocked. Does not land either, so not even an and one, just two straight free throws from the line. Strategy then, Dave, for next game. You say obviously Noof has given up on this series, but does he need to alter the way that he plays? Maybe he took a little bit too many of those 3-point opportunities in the first quarter. Would you like to see Noof maybe play a little bit safer in game 2?
I do feel like when he changed what he was doing in that it was like the end of the second quarter, he actually looked really good. And if he goes back to that where he's just like driving and kicking it out to the open shot, I think he actually could have a chance if he just like he doesn't just completely give up on this.
Well, for now, Ellis here spinning, turning and looking to maybe try and find a little bit of life there. That one there rebounded though, very nice. Okay, Noof coming forward again, kicks it to the outside. Noof sends that one up and crosses the 50-point boundary, 84-51. 33 points, meaningly impossible, I think we could probably say is the best word. I think even if we say 4 minutes, 31 points, 4 minutes, you're going to need a whole heap every minute of play, and that clock does not stop. It is constantly going. Noof here goes for a deep two. You can already see, I don't know if you just caught that there, Dave, a little yellow health pack underneath one of the players there. So I think that was on an OKC Thunder player as well. So that is not what you want to see either, especially if that was Shea. I don't know if it was or not, but I mean, imagine if he finishes this game, he gets blown out by 30, and Shea goes down injured. That would be terrible.
I see it on number 20 for the Cavaliers, but I don't know who that is.
Yeah, we don't. Oh, well, absolutely botches the dunk there. As now maybe we'll see any more of those kind of health issues as Noof sends one up and just tips out. And back to the other side of the court. Rebounds tonight, 19 for the Thunder, 26 for the Cavaliers. They make that 27 after that one was just picked up as well. 27 rebounds in 4 quarters. I mean, that is something. That is numbers that should win you a championship. Rebounds are going to be so important in this series as well, especially because of that, you know, delay in that ping differential. There it is. There's the yellow health pack there on Ellis. No idea on who it was, if it's an important player, but doesn't matter. Drives forward and dunks that one down with venom in the paint again. Ellis looking for some defense here. Goes back to the outside. Again, he nearly covered that off as well. And that's going to be a foul, a charging foul on Williams. When it rains, it pours, Dave. Nothing seemingly going Noof's way here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but I believe it's just that Noof's already given up on this. He's definitely given up on the game. That was a good shot he just missed. Yeah, I think he's just given up on the game, and all that's left to do is just try out new stuff.
If anything, his kind of, fade away and deep 2 shots have been more accurate than his 3-point shots, which is just funny because there's not really that much of a difference between the two, maybe like a couple of feet, but Noof just seems a lot more inconsistent on the outside as a 3 drains again, 91-55, and the 100-point marker is very much on the horizon here for LSJP. So Shea Gillis-Alexander, 12 points tonight. That's one of the lowest we've seen him have, Dave. 12 points in nearly 4 quarters of basketball. Just hasn't been able to get him going.
Yeah, Ellis has played really good. Like, every time his user gets beat, he's just switching onto a different player and taking away the paint. And Noof's not really had an answer to that. I do think what Noof's going to have to do is shoot those mid-ranges more.
Well, another free landing from Ellis. It just can't stop, Dave. This kid can't miss. I think for Noof now, you're playing for pride and essentially just don't want to concede 100 in game 1 as that one drops on down, gives the ball right back into the hands of the Cavaliers. Flying forward again. Oh, that's a great block there from Noof as the violation comes in. Cavaliers ball. Well. Ellis chasing 6 points in the next 1 minute and 14 seconds before he takes the 1-0 lead in the series. Game 2 coming up imminently. And if Dave is correct, and Dave has got his facts correct, then it would be yet again another Cleveland Cavaliers home game. He says that they do them in batches of 2 in real life, so therefore it would mean that Ellis would get back-to-back host, and in a best of 5, and he needs to win 3 games. 2-0 would be an excellent way to kind of have your day conclude, have your season conclude. As that one goes up again, bricks that one, 96-59. And it is so far Noof that is kind of holding Ellis to a point and saying, I'm not going to let you score 100. With that turnover, though, never want to see that happen because that's going to completely derail the objective. 18 seconds to go. And at least Noof is going to get away with not having conceding triple digits tonight. Outside there, however, don't speak too soon because 7 seconds, 98 points. It looks like that's just going to be kind of ran out here as they send one up and one final 3 for good measure. 98-62 though, Dave. I mean, that is soul crushing if you're Noof, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think Noof, I don't know if Noof expected to lose by 35, but he did expect that Ellis was probably going to beat him. And I do think there was some promise with the way he played in the middle of the game before he just completely gave up. So I'm not going to completely count him out yet.
What is your win percent? If you had to give a percentage for Noof to win this series, now not next game, but the series, what has it dropped to?
Probably 5%.
Wow, okay. I mean, you said I'm not counting him out, but I'm going to give him 5%. You may as well count him out, Dave. Oh, dear. This guy, man, Mr. Analytical over here. But for now, we go in for game 2. Don't forget as well, stick with us tonight because we're going to be going over to the turf as we see VFL Super Bowl 14 tonight between Hughes 96's Arizona Cardinals and Deanie 10's Houston Texans. Again, a big thank you tonight to GSG GameStar Group for funding that wonderful trophy here in the VFL 2K franchise playoffs. Someone's going to walk away with that $150 championship. Of course, it's a 5-game series. Game 2 about to commence here, Dave, and you're right. Ellis has got home connection again. So this could be really bad if this goes to 2-0. This could be game, set, and match coming here tonight. We've said tonight that the maximum games we'll do is 3 games. So could we see the championship wrapped up tonight in one single stream? Or can Noof find a way to come back in this one? For now, they get ready to go. And they get ready to ball out once again. Huge opportunity there, though, for LSJP. Who knows? If he can win this game, he just will need one more win from a potential 3 to seal the deal. And keep in mind, if it goes all the way to a best of 5, he has host in the end due to being the higher seed. So with that, we wait for these two to commence. We'll see if they're pinging me for anything, since we're just sat here waiting. But yeah, we will see. We'll see. Maybe a toilet break or a bathroom break of some sorts. So, yep.
I want to bring up Super Bowl is supposed to be at 5:30 or 10:30. I believe that the third game would go on a decent amount past that.
I don't think it. I think if we've got an hour and 7 minutes, I think we can get 2 games in an hour and 7 minutes. I think we could.
We'll see.
Hey, listen, don't you doubt my time. It depends if we get this pausing shit over and over again, Dave. Make it. You know, I'll make a mental note here. This game started at what? 9:23. I'll write it down. 9:23. So I've got it on paper there. So now we know how long a game will take. I mean, respectfully, yeah. I mean, Hughes tried to delay the Super Bowl to tomorrow. Hughes can have a nice warm cup of cocoa if we go 10 minutes over and firm it, man. We're having that Super Bowl tonight. Categorically guaranteed. While all these subs up, and I'll quickly check the Champions League score because I am interested. Don't mind me, fellas. PSG 5-2 against Bayern. Vinny Comp is getting exposed viciously. Wow, that's a hell of a scoreline. That's a hell of a scoreline. All right, well, more changes coming here from Noof as we get ready once again here to kick off with Game 2. If you just joined us, of course, LSJP winning the first game by 30-plus points. Back-to-back games, though, that Ellis has got host. Why is that important on 2K compared to Madden, compared to FIFA? Host advantage is so much of an advantage. And when you play on that away ping, when you're a North American playing on European ping, or when you're a European playing on North American ping, you feel it. Just ask anyone that's experienced it. The exact quote from people in the league is, it is horrible to play in. No one enjoys it. For now, Noof has got to find a way to get back into rhythm. He needs a win. And if he can get a win on Ellis's connection, it would be, I think, the springboard, Dave, to make him believe that he can absolutely fight back from that, I think, crushing defeat in the first game. I think the one thing we have to give Noof credit for, Dave, I think you can agree with me here as well, because of his kind of, you know, status on the Madden side. Noof is the kind of guy that I think would want to have that first game under his belt, so he knows what to look out for. He knows what Ellis is going to do. He knows how Ellis is going to set up offensively and defensively. So are you expecting, based on that, a bit more of a performance here from Noof? Do you think he will take lessons from that first game, or do you, again, sit with the point that you think he's just here to get it done? You think he doesn't care anymore? You think he's over it?
He's looked so far, like, he's looked like he's trying in this game. So I do believe he's going to put up a better performance in this one. He's actually playing some pretty good defense too, making Damian Lillard work. Like, he scored, but he just used a lot of stamina. So I am kind of looking forward to how well Noof's going to be able to look in this one. And as I mentioned when we started, he does just have to steal one of these games, and then all of a sudden he has the advantage in the series.
Yeah, everything comes open. That's the key, isn't it? That's the lock pick. You just have to win one, and then everything starts to fall in place. But when Ellis is making shots like that, Dave, it's even hard to contemplate with one singular win. I say it. I said it in the first game. I say it again. I said it during the season. I think if we had, I don't know if there is a team stat on NBA, because you know there's like a team stat for Madden on the team stat pages. I would love to know what Ellis's Cleveland Cavaliers 3-point accuracy percentage is. It's got to be 70 plus. When this guy shoots up threes in the games that I've seen, he just rarely misses. I say that and he's just bricked one, but he has rebounded. Goes back across to the right hand side. Ellis now looking to try and get the step on the defender. 4 seconds on the shot clock here. Sends one up. That one bricks again. It seems like I've just cursed him, Dave. Talked about how he doesn't miss threes. He just missed 2 in a row.
Yeah. Everyone will miss 70% would really surprise me.
What is what would be an impressive percentage then? I just spitball with that number. 60, 50? What are we thinking?
Impressive would probably be 50%.
Okay. Well, I mean, it could be.
I would expect Ellis to shoot probably like 60, 65%.
Maybe 70% from the field then. And then maybe 50% from the 3-point. But, again, I don't think NBA has a team stat page, so we're forever in kind of limbo thinking about that. 3.5 minutes to go here. of the first quarter of game 2. Noof cycling that one over. It's the same mistakes from game 1 though, Dave. He's trying to make that pass. He's trying to force that pass. And then before you know it, it's back in LSJP's possession. Sends a free up there. Deep, but not able to sink that one. Right side from the Thunder now. Bricks that one again. He's got to play a little bit more. I've said it before, Dave. He's got to play a little bit more basic. He's got to run a little bit. He's going to have to take the opportunities in the paint. Already 12 points down, and it's come 12 points in a row, Dave.
Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what we need from Noof. Just, he's a little too...
aggressive.
He's a little too willing to shoot those threes, even when they're not really open.
Yeah, and again, wide open there from Ellis as he sinks that one down. Tell you, it's starting to get very, very spooky already for Noof, who knows that a win here for LSJP would put him in a fantastic position. I mean, the other side of it, Dave, though, is this. You know, Ellis, if he wins this game, can't be, you know, liking the smell of his own success, because he's going to have to go 2 games in a row against Noof on Noof's connection. So, I mean, that also could be pivotal, because if he goes and wins the next game and this goes to a 3-0 series and he's won it on Noof's host, then you can never really say anything. But I feel like to have that top seed, to have this advantage, to be potentially 2-0 up in the series and almost have that kind of safety net that you have game 5 on your host, where you've looked so dominant against him each time. Really, really tricky for Noof. Goes round to the outside here. Drives in. Shot clock at 3. Gets that one.
I would say it's pretty accurate, because, like, at this point, like, even if Noof makes it 2-2, he's just going to be so demotivated come game
100%. But I mean, we know him. We speak to him. We know how he can get. You know, we know how Noof can get in terms of just kind of, you know, tapping out and saying that this is done, this is finished. Said to have that kind of resiliency. I mean, to be 2-0 down against the guy that everyone said is supposed to be the winner. I don't think Noof is going to be... it's weird to say. I don't think Noof is going to be in this mindset of he's going to be pissed off and he expects more of himself. I think it's just going to be this kind of resounding kind of like acceptance. He knows. He said it publicly, privately. He said it. He says, I don't expect to win this championship. I'm just happy to be here. But maybe that kind of weak way of looking at things has cost him. Maybe he's come into this game already defeated before even tipping the ball off, Dave.
Yeah, I think it's very possible. But at the same time, I do think Ellis is just this good.
Well, sends that one down as well. It's a great slam dunk there. Is 25-12, 13-point game, and already things are looking a bit more bleak. As again, I think you just said it brilliantly before, Dave. He's just looking a little bit too aggressive, too happy to take these 3-point shots that just don't feel like they're wide open. And this there bricks one though. Trying to maybe drive through the center of the court. Goes to the left-hand side. Noof was posting up there for a little bit, but goes round the side here, back to the right corner. And continuing in, sends that one up, and that one off the outer side of the rim. And again, Dave, second game in a row, first quarter, someone is ice cold out there, and a 3-pointer lands from distance, 28-12, 16 points. It's getting away from him again at an even quicker pace, Dave.
Yeah, I believe we've gone back to what we saw late in game 1, where the game didn't start well for him, and he was just quicker to give up than he was before.
Well, I mean, listen, he is going to need to... I mean, I don't think it's all doom and gloom yet. I think if he goes in to halftime, and at the end of the first quarter, but if he goes into halftime maybe, you know, 5 or 6 points down, he will feel like there is an opportunity here. But if this starts to go to 20, 25, 30, like we saw in the last game, it's going to be all she wrote, and all she wrote very, very quickly. Oh, it's a poor one again from Noof, and that alley-oop brings it down. He's just he's trying to fast break too quick, Dave. He's just trying to be too aggressive in both the 3-point shots, in the kind of in the transition, and in the fast break. Everything is just too rushed right now for the Thunder.
Yeah, you see it a lot when people go down at any time. They want to pass it down the court almost immediately.
Well, Noof here. Trying to go to that right side, sends one up. That one not possible. Sharif Holiday now goes back over into this one, sends that one up and swats that one away. Spinning and turning again. Oi, a violation there comes in. Cavaliers ball. A little bit of fight in there on the court as well. It's all good. Bit of testosterone never hurt anyone. 6 seconds down the shot clock, sends one up. Oh, dude. I wish we knew what the contest number was on that, because he was right in his face, Dave. You surprised that flew in?
I think Sam Merrill probably has a really good jump shot, so you got to be right on top of him to be able to get a contest. I think he had enough space, but it probably wasn't that contested.
Well, foul there coming in as a personal foul occurs, and now Noof very much giving the ball right back into Ellis's hands, sends that one up for a layup, 35-14. Noof driving down the courts. Looking here on the outside perimeter. Flying in, goes up and brings that one down with venom. 35-16 now. Driving in, sends one up. That's a great shot from Ellis. Dude, Ellis just looks, he grows into games, doesn't he, Dave? He looks good in the first quarter, and you think, wow, that's the standard. And then he exceeds his own standard going into the second, the third, the fourth. Phenomenal. Another one from Lillard. He is just raining them down, Dave. 35 points again. We're not even at halftime.
Yeah, he looks like he's the best defensive player in the league, and he also at the same time looks like he's the best offensive player in the league.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to be able to stop this guy.
He's going to need to hope and pray that maybe his team don't regress as much. Maybe hope and pray that the finances of the Cavs aren't in dire straits. Hope and pray doesn't have to play too many games on that away American connection. But, I mean, this is a murder. I mean, obviously it would be great to see what these guys are like on that kind of, equal setting if ping and latency wasn't a factor. But we can only judge on what we're seeing, and right now it's the shot selection, it's the defense, it's the way that he just carves through, the way that he bypasses everyone, sends that one up, but he's just having fun out there now. There's no real kind of, need to kind of land every shot. When you have such a commanding lead, you don't really need to play your best basketball. And with 3 minutes and 30 seconds after the second quarter, Noof must be reeling, must be looking at this and saying, what the hell am I even supposed to do? A free there lands, which will give him some confidence, but like I've alluded to though, Dave, it's not. How do I word this? It's not over, but it will feel that way for Noof. The reality is, Ellis now has to kind of on the next couple of games deal with what Noof's been dealing with. When you think about how it's felt for you when playing the likes of Ellis and when you played the likes of those Europeans, what is the kind of main factor that Ellis is going to have trouble with on the opposite host? Do you think it will be the passing as well, like we've seen here with Noof, or do you think maybe his kind of tenacity to shoot from distance is going to be tested? Because he's not going to make as many threes from outside, is he?
I think the biggest thing will probably be the defense. Because his defense relies a lot on switching to the guys down low once he gets beat by Shea. And I don't know if he'll be able to do that fast enough, so I think that you're going to see Noof play some better offense on his host, and we can just hope that it's actually going to be enough to make it competitive.
Well, hope to make it competitive is the kind of phrase that no doubt we want to see. We don't want to see, I think LSJP fans would love to see him go 3-0 tonight, but we want to see Noof showcase exactly why he's 28-2. Noof had some quality victories on European ping in the regular season, but the reality is the difference between the guys that he was playing and LSJP here night and day, and that's not me bagging on the rest of the Europeans. I think there just has to be this kind of natural acceptance that this guy is quality. I think if we got to see maybe the likes of Wright him with a team for a little bit longer than what we did, see him in a rebuild phase, and maybe Wilkie with Steph Curry, you never know. You never know what could maybe have transpired in the playoffs. But for now, we are where we are. And where we're at is a 27-point lead with 1:43 remaining as that layup goes up. Noof cuts the lead down to 15. Oh, sorry, not 15, 25, excuse me. Ellis right side. 1:25 left on the clock here in this first half. Goes over to Ellis once again. Slides forward. The screen was good. Sends that one up for a nice little underneath the rim shot. And 26-53. Do you think as well tonight, Dave, Ellis has mixed his offense up in a way where we're seeing style and flair and those kind of deep shots from the 3-point mark, but also simplicity? You're seeing him kind of take the layups when they're there. I mean, he is playing championship basketball right now.
Yeah, it's a great way to describe it. Like, we've seen the ISOs with Dame, and then we've seen, like, the pick and rolls. We've seen, like, he just did, like, a floater from, like, 2 feet away, which you never see. We've seen the lobs, the corner threes. So he really just does it all.
There you have it. Of course, now for the Cavaliers, it's about just putting the foot on the neck. There will be a respect between these two, but what Ellis wants is to kind of leave Noof completely destitute of any hope. And so far, I think he's doing an excellent job of exactly that. 20 seconds left here of the first half of Game 2 in this best-of-5 series. Possibility that it could be done and dusted by the end of tonight. That little layup goes up. Throws it back to the left-hand side as this one sends it up and dunks that one back down. 55-26 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. New sends that one up and nothing to see but a bounce back off and outside the rim. So, I mean, tricky, isn't it, Dave? Because we thought maybe Game 1, yeah, a little bit of rust, yeah, a little bit of kind of advantage for Ellis. We've not really seen Noof recover. We've not really seen Noof adapt, have we? He started both games. The first 2 minutes of both first quarters were good, and then it's deteriorated from there. Can you blame him? Did you expect anything different?
Sorry, what? I was looking to the Super Bowl chat. They were talking about stuff.
I mean, Noof in the first two... Noof in the first quarter of both games, that's the best way to describe it. In the first 2 minutes of each first quarter has looked decent, but it just seems like it's deteriorated. He hasn't kind of learnt any lessons from Ellis in the first game. He's not adapted anything. Did you expect as much? Can we blame him? Did you expect a better response from Noof here in Game 2?
Probably because he had such a good record. But, like, when you think about it, like, Ellis is truly a 2K guy.
He is. This is his main game.
Noof's never really been too much into 2K. And it's just kind of like a difference in experience.
That's fair. That's valid. Left-hand side there sends that one up as that bricks down back into the hands of the Thunder. Outside corner. That one, though, met in midair by the big man, brings it down for a dunk. 25 points. Cut down as another one goes up, and Jesus, man, he just can't. He is on fire. He is on fire from this outside perimeter right now. Noof tried to go one of those trademark OKC fadeaways. How many times that got him out of trouble, but not meant to be. And again, you think, Dave, as well, you know, you go back to the kind of run that Noof had to get here. It's not been easy. You know, Pickens was another guy that a lot of people thought would be Ellis' opponent here. People thought it would be Ellis and Pickens in that final. Noof, you know, got past him by the skin of his teeth. It was a fantastic series over there. Do you think maybe he just, I don't know, lost all of his energy and lost all of his motion after that series with Pickens? Did, you know, because of that rivalry that exists there in the Madden side for Super Bowls, do you think maybe that was Noof's championship? Do you think maybe he's kind of like taking his foot off the gas after beating Pickens?
I don't believe so. Like, I believe that Noof and Pickens were truly just kind of like at the same like level, you could say. And it just kind of really shows that like Ellis is like Ellis seems to have no rival.
So you think if this was Pickens in this stage though, it would be the same thing? It wouldn't be any closer.
I think so. Like we saw Noof beat Pickens on Pickens' host.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. There's a free from downtown again, dude. 33 in the chamber again. Noof struggling. And Noof very much on the brink here of going 2-0 down in the series. Sends that one to the left-hand side. There's a pause there coming. There's LSJP. I don't know. Maybe going for a piss. I have no idea. But he's paused. And we'll see what's going on with that. What are they saying in the Super Bowl chat, Dave? Anything in particular or not?
I've just seen Hughes is asking Dini to stream because his connection's bad. And Dini said, well, if I stream, I should host too. And Hughes won't let him host.
They're both in the UK. Oh my goodness. Why does Hughes
Hughes'
care?
solution is they should both stream.
Oh my good. Oh, dude. The mind games on the Super Bowl have already began. Does Hughes really need the mind games against Dini? Like being dead genuinely. Oh, whatever, man. I don't care. I don't care. Let them figure it out. They got time to figure out. What is Ellis paused here for? What are we? We've got a Super Bowl here, lads, to get on with at some point. Let's get moving, please. To be fair, we started at 9:23. It's 9:44. What are you saying, Dave?
I believe LSSA needs to use the bathroom.
Oh, boo. Piss your pants. That's what proper champions do. Right, Dave?
No.
You hesitated. That's all I heard. I heard hesitation. There
Well,
we go.
I
He's
didn't
back.
think about it.
There you go. Hey, listen. I don't put it past you, Dave. I bet you've pissed in a water bottle in your lifetime or two. I bet you have.
I actually tried the other week.
Of course you did. Of course you did. So I'm not surprised. You hear that? That's my co-commentator, lads. Brilliant analytical color commentator, but also pisses in water bottles. There you have it.
No, I didn't. I tried.
How do you try and... I don't want to know. Don't care. Back to the game. Don't
Okay.
go in a note. Back to the game. 36 points up here. As the Cavaliers need a miracle and then some. Slams that one down. And a restart of momentum coming his direction. Ellis hit. Now looking to try and maraud himself up the court once again. As a foul has been given. Blocking foul there. As that one results in a possession for the Cavaliers, who then immediately sends that one into the middle and lays that one up. 3:20 left on the clock here of the third quarter. You see, Dave, we're going to be fine. If it's 9:45 now, that means we've got 15 minutes to get the fourth quarter and this done. And then that means we would be starting the Super Bowl 7 minutes late. They confirmed 7 minutes late. They'll be fine. Over to the corner. Noof. Looking. Driving forward. That one laid up. That's brilliant from Noof. I mean, this is the interesting thing, isn't it, though, Dave? Is when you're 2-0 down, are we going to see Noof be this rejuvenated character? Are we going to see him believing and feeling like he can indeed go and get the victory in this series still? Because in that third game, if he shows up and he just kind of, memes, if he just kind of takes these kind of half-hearted shots, even when he's got that ping advantage, he will lose the game. He absolutely needs to be focused going into game 3. Not dejected, not demotivated. He's airing me again. That's all right. God bless him. Moving down the right-hand side here.
Oh, my mic's muted. I was actually answering you. That's my fault.
Say it again.
I do believe that he'll be able to make it competitive on his host, and he could probably even win those two games.
I mean, this is the thing, though. But Noof, will he be in that mindset to do that, though? I mean, he can do it, but will he do it when he's 2-0 down? I think this series has been very much determined by Ellis having the 1 seed, because if Noof had a 2-0 start, Dave, you would bank on it that Noof would be pumped here to go into the third game and try and do something magical. I think it's going to come down to that, like I said, mental resilience. Is Noof going to come out of this one 2-0 down and say to himself, I can still go and win it all? I don't think he will. I think this one is the kind of the knife in the chest, so to speak, and I don't think he'll be able to recover. I think it will be a closer game. He may even win game 3. He may lose game 3 by a small amount of points rather than 30, but I just think the damage is done, Dave. I really do.
Yeah, what I'm afraid of is that Noof, even though he's going to be able to win those games, he might just want the series to be over with.
He may well. He may well. We've seen that before. Look at the, like again, look at him on Madden, you know. I mean, he pretty much threw 5 picks against Deeney. He just didn't want to be there, didn't want to play. So, it honestly depends what moods the Canadian is in. As he's down now by 37 points. 40 seconds and counting. Noof. Looking, dispossessed and has the ball stolen right from underneath him. Sends that one up. Red time, no 3 from the Cavs, but another rebound. They have been offensive rebound machines tonight. Yes, sir, they have. As that one goes in, 79-40. As the fourth quarter is pretty much on its way here momentarily. As a attempted swipe and attempted reach in there. Noof was effectively, I think, just trying to wait for this quarter to run out of time. Throws that one in play. 12 seconds, and Noof effectively waiting here for the fourth quarter to hit. There's this one. One from the, well, there you go. Kind of maybe gave him a little bit of false hope there. Sends that one up, and one of Noof's best 3-pointers of this game too. 79-43 though. Yeah, difficult, Dave. 36 points down. It is a nightmare for the Canadian. Fourth and final quarter of game 2 before we then flip over to OKC's host and get a little peek of insight into what Ellis can do on that North American host. Remember, 29-1 this season is Ellis JP. The only game he lost, North American host. So maybe there is the possibility, the potential of something, as Noof there whiffs with a slam dunk completely wide open as well. Can't believe that. Again, look at that though from the hustle stats there, Dave. The Cavs tonight, 10 steals and 31 fast break points. That is a stat line, isn't it?
Yeah, 31 fast break points is just unbelievable. But you see how good of defense Ellis is playing, and he just gets so many fast break opportunities.
Absolutely. I think as well, you know, those steals also, you know, take into account Noof on the restart every time, throwing the ball into Ellis as well. Those count as steals, so that's another kind of factor. But yeah, man, it's been a difficult one for Noof. I mean, totally has. I think, you know, you're going to need to hope if you're on the other side of the bracket, which we know Noof is. He knows he doesn't have to kind of deal with Ellis potentially again until maybe next season in the playoffs. But he's going to be hoping that maybe one of those UK guys, maybe a Kemio, maybe a Jack Hanna, maybe someone can do some magic here and maybe stop Ellis going back to back. Because I think you're right. I think you said it earlier on, the end of the first game. I can't think of someone that's better in offense, better in defense. I can't think of someone that's going to beat this guy over the possibility of 5 games. It just doesn't look realistic. It doesn't.
Yeah, as I said, I just genuinely don't think he has a rival.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, the other side of the coin there when you say that, though, is that could breed complacency when you don't feel pressure to improve, and the rest of the league starts to gradually improve. You may get caught up. I don't think that will happen anytime soon. I think you've got more chance of that happening in 2K27. It's the same kind of thing that happened with the Madden League. You know, you saw those guys dominate. You saw those guys winning Super Bowls, and you had those kind of middle of the pack guys and those lower end guys wanting to improve. Ellis can't sit still is the main message there. Yes, you can win championships and yes, you can win games, but you also have to keep improving. He's a great player, but he become even better. He certainly can. Back to this right-hand side as Ellis there sends one from deep. Jesus Lord, you talk about him being better, and he just pulls out a 3-pointer from basically the car park of the stadium next door. That's ridiculous. Goes up there, foul given, and it's a shooting foul. Heads to the free throw line here as Noof sends one up. That one drops. And now Noof sending up the second, and that one also drops. 42-point game. It was bad in game 1. Somehow, Dave, it's gotten worse in game 2. Another, oh dear, sends that one up. That one bricked. Rebound there, though, from the Thunder. You feel sorry for these Thunder fans if they paid for tickets, paid for travel to come to Cleveland to watch this. As a 3 from distance, and we didn't get to see 100 points last game, Dave. We saw 98. We're going to see 100 here.
Yeah, we might even see like 115 maybe.
Depends on what Ellis wants to do. He says he's a proprietor of ethical basketball and sportsmanship. Will there maybe be a little bit of mercy coming from the Cleveland Cavaliers? Because right now, the OKC Thunder, it ain't a thunder. It's not thunder. It's not storming. It's a light drizzle of rain. There's nothing intimidating about this team as of right now. Passes to Williams, goes to that deep three-pointer. As Ellis now comes across once more. Noof sends one up. Drops right into the hands of the Thunder. Kind of halfway attempt there of the two-pointer. That one bricks as well. See there as well, down at the bottom ticking now. Kyle Anderson, Micah Potter, Rashawn Holmes. Those are all free agents coming up from the center position. Are you keeping your eyes on any particular free agents, Dave? Or no plans at the ball so far?
No plans. I still have to potentially do that trade I discussed with the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And then after I see what my rosters look like after that, I decide what I need.
That's fair. Well, sends one up again. And that one bricked. And now the Thunder coming back again is a foul given. That's Harden there with his first personal foul. 4th team foul here tonight. 2:50 and some change on the clock here. Noof just waiting, allowing the shot clock to tick down. You can just tell. You can tell Noof just wants this one to absolutely be over. As that one goes up and not happening. And this is the thing though, Dave. Whereas Noof wants the game over, Ellis will not reciprocate. He will keep the points coming nice and fast. Absolutely. Gilgeous-Alexander, who has not come to the party at all in this series so far. As this one effectively just being dribbled out by the Thunder. Swings round and in. Plays inside. That's a nice shot attempt, but Noof not able to get the conversion here. Ellis sends one up from distance. Another brick. As now Noof flies forward again. Looking here, Noof. Just to kind of end his pain and misery. The difficult thing for Noof. That's what I'm saying though, Dave. When you see this, it's difficult to think he's got another game after this one, you know? It's difficult to think that he can find any sort of motivation to go out and get that win in game 3. It's a free drain from distance, and there you have it. We wanted a 100 bomb in the first game. We didn't get it. We've got it now. 100-48. And Ellis there steals the ball off of him again. The Cavaliers send one. No, he plays it over to the left-hand side. Looking to drive in. Spin move. Goes to the corner. The possession, the rotation of the basketball on offense has been a key calling card for Ellis JP. Lillard sends one up, and that one just going to be bricked and rebounded by the Thunder. Okay, well, Noof once again just playing this one out to the whistle. He will have an opportunity to get a first win in this series in the next game, in game 3. Ellis, of course, should he win game 3, will walk away with that $150 trophy, and will walk away with the knowledge knowing that he is the VFL 2K champion for the first time. He will be the inaugural playoff champion. I mean, how do you call it, Dave? Is it the playoff champion, or do you just call him the NBA champions? What do you actually refer to it as?
I believe we just called them the NBA champions.
Yeah, we're the first 2K NBA champion, and so, I mean, there you go. There you go, and have that trophy to kind of make people aware of that as well. Again, a big thank you to GameStar Group. Again, great sponsor. They've been absolutely generous in helping us fund that trophy, so we appreciate them. There's that one there. Seals the deal. 2-0, Dave. 52 points in Game 2. 35-ish points in Game 1. This is the ultimate opportunity now for Noof, isn't it? He must win in Game 3. He has to.
Yeah, and maybe if he does win, we can see the momentum shifts a little bit. I don't believe Ellis will get demotivated from the losses, but you got to give it a chance.
Yeah, you have to hope. That's all that Noof has. It's the hope that will kill you. Dave, as well, you can go into that Super Bowl channel and tell them that we've just done game 2. We're doing the one final game now. That game just lasted 34 minutes. So, realistically, we may be like 5 minutes late. So, like 10:35 at a push. But we should be pretty much right on there for it. So, appreciate you on that in advance. Okay, well, we'll ping the NBA cord one more time to see if this is ready for action. Let's ping the cord. Of course, if they do want to continue, obviously, if they want to move game 3 to tomorrow and whatever, it's their choice. They are the players ultimately. But we're here and we're ready for a game 3 if they want to give us a game 3. Certainly are. And they are entering the league, so it looks like we will be going again as well. Yes, sir. We've still got spaces for this. There's a waiting list, Mr. Boz, but get into the Discord. There's also the 5v5 league, so you got pals that you like to play 5s with, mate. Get on in. Get on in there. Okay, let's ping this then. One more time. At everyone. 2K franchise. Potential championship clinching game is live. Cavs lead 2-0. Alright. Here we go then. We can hear the sounds in the background. I mean, this is it now, Dave, isn't it? Like we've said, we need to see, we didn't see a response in game 2. We saw it get worse. Noof has got the connection now. He's got the advantage that Ellis has had. This is where Noof needs to come out and showcase his ability.
Yeah, this is when we expect Noof to actually play some pretty good offense and defense.
Yep.
The way he's gone, if you look bad in this game, I mean, to be honest, you might. You just have to give Ellis his props. Like, he's just by far the better player, even if he can beat you on this high ping.
I mean, it would surprise you if he won by 30 or 50 again. We don't expect that much of a margin now, do we?
Oh no, if Noof comes out the way he can in game 2, I can see him losing by 30.
All right then, so Dave maybe not convinced as of yet. Here we go then. Do we go to night number 2 in this series, or is this championship completely done and dusted in night 1? Noof, of course, the team in white, the OKC Thunder, down in this series 2-0. Noof playing out of Canada. Ellis JP playing out of the United Kingdom in the maroon jerseys of Cleveland. If Ellis wins this game, he is our first ever VFL 2K champion. Meant to ask you as well, as we were waiting, Dave, you want to do the Super Bowl comms with me as well?
Probably not. I still have to eat. I'm not eating since I woke up and immediately went in my game.
Let's use the word eat very lightly here, fella. You eat like it's the 1940s still. Okay, you don't eat. Come on.
Hey, that's what I slept on, okay? I still gotta eat like that again.
Great, man. You've been eating like that for the last 15 years. You'll be fine. It's alright, though. It's okay. I forgive you. Just have a shower tonight. That's all I ask. No, okay. Fair enough. Well, sinks that one, but bricks off the board, and for the Cavaliers. I mean, listen, it's the same thing that Noof was having happen to him, Dave. It's not happening to Ellis. It's these, these poor passes. I think you've got a point here. I think the passing is categorically worse than the rhythm shooting when you are in that on the opposite side of the ping advantage. A legal screen there gives the ball back to Cleveland.
Yeah, because like it actually doesn't really matter because you can mess up the timing and the shot still goes in, but you have to get that pass when it's actually open.
Well, I ask you this here now. We talked about how, maybe Noof is going to need to rim run a little bit. Do you think Ellis being 2-0 up here, playing on away connection, we see maybe play a bit more safe and maybe he starts to rim run a little bit?
I think Ellis is still going to play the way he plays. He'll probably. I think most people would need to. I think Ellis is still going to shoot threes on this connection.
I think he will, but maybe not as much is my only concern. I think if he's attempted 25 on his own host, maybe 15, 16. I don't think we're going to see him break the 20s tonight in this one. As this one goes up, I mean, already, Dave, though, you can feel it. Nearly halfway through the first quarter, only 6 points. Maybe this has gotten back to a bit more of a contest again. As I said, that he drives it down 4-4 Damian Lillard, of course, has probably been the MVP of this year. How does MVP work in the NBA championship day? Does it go for the whole series or just the final game?
Oh, you're talking about Finals MVP?
Yeah.
It's the whole series.
Okay. I mean, for you, do you have anyone in particular? If Ellis clinches here, Damian Lillard, Sam Merrill, James Harden. I mean, you seeing anyone in particular that's impressed you with Ellis tonight?
I do think Dame's probably been his most useful player, but I've not really seen the stats, so I don't know who they would give it to.
It's fair. By the way, there, great three-point shot and land from the Cleveland Cavaliers and Ellis JP there. Now I have that outside section again, and another one from Duke. Dude, I'm telling you, man, another three from downtown, and uncontested, yes, but it's on that connection. I don't know, Dave. This guy, he may not be phased by the connection whatsoever. I tell you who hasn't been the Finals MVP, Dave. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What an incredible regular season, but he is a ghost. He is the ghost of Oklahoma City here tonight in this series.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he's actually kind of started this game pretty okay. He got those 2 nice buckets, but on those away games, he was like a non-factor.
It's fair. Well, 13-7, and dude, he's rushing again. His frustration taken over. And that's the thing that you said, David. He starts this game like he played in game 2. He will lose this one by 30. He's already down again by 9 points. Ellis from the outside, from the corner, continuing to just rain down buckets here. Again, remember, 2-0 to the Cavaliers at this minute in time. If Ellis wins, he will be confirmed champion, and it will mean that we will go into the off-season tonight for the 2K League. So exciting stuff for all of those guys that are not involved in the playoffs. Noof hit. Again, looking to go into the inside. Noof thinking, what can I do? Where do I go? 3 seconds to go. Sends that one from downtown. 16-10. So definitely looks a lot more comfortable, though, Dave, on the outside perimeters now, doesn't he?
Yeah, and you can kind of expect that because, like, Noof's going to be someone who he's probably not going to shoot as well in the away pig, as opposed to Ellis is probably fine regardless. But I do like how much more confident he looks on offense.
I think the thing is as well, I think he's going to be confident on offense, but I think he's going to be completely demoralized, Dave, by the fact that he hasn't seen Ellis miss what is maybe a wide open free, yet Ellis continues to just look so sharp from the 3-point mark.
Yeah, I think that's something that's always going to happen. If you take that away from him, paint's just going to be wide open. That's just how good Ellis is. You're always going to have to give him something.
I agree with that. 6 seconds left and the shot clock goes up as that layup lands brilliantly. 19-12 in this one. Ellis here flying forward again. That one there blocked, and it is a shooting foul. Sends him to the line for 2, and that screen is going to shake. And Ellis will have a little bit more against him, but doesn't even phase the fella that's leading the series 2-0. Sinks both 21-12. And another foul there comes in, and it's a reach in this time from Jrue Holiday. So the fouls starting to accumulate here early on. Didn't really see too many fouls in the first quarter of game 1 or 2. As Shai Gilgeous-Alexander there breaks from distance and gives the ball right back into Ellis's hands. 3-pointer goes up there, maybe a little bit too deep that time from James Harden. Maybe a little bit too confident there from Noof. As that, I mean, I thought that was an alley-oop attempt there. That went so high, that jump shot, but fair enough. As it's I think it's a transition take foul, and yeah, free throw line and the ball back. He just hasn't recovered, Dave. He hasn't recovered. It's frustration, it's annoyance, and even on his home host, he just can't touch this Cavaliers user right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take everything away from Noof. Like, he's a really good player, but like the level of competition between him and Ellis is just so apparent.
If you had to, I know you said there isn't a rival, but if you had to give a kind of bullseye to somebody in this league, Dave, that could beat Ellis in a series, whether it be before the championship game, before the finals, you know, on his side of the conference, or someone on Noof's side of the conference that could beat him in the finals in the best of 5. Is there anyone? Are you looking at Kemia? Are you looking at Jack Cannon? Or is there purely, in your mind, absolutely nobody?
It's just so hard to say because, like, you look at everyone in the league and you think it has to be Pickings or Noof. And you look at his performance, I don't think you can give it to either of them.
That's the thing. I would love to be a fly inside of Pickings' room right now and see what he makes of this, because this could have been him. He could have been in that, you know, that series with Ellis, and we know Pickings as well. He's an ultimate competitor. This is someone that no doubt would have been thinking to himself he could have given Ellis a hell of a series, but for now, first quarter of the third game ends 27-14, 13-point difference. Noof has got 3 quarters of basketball here, 21 minutes effectively to save himself, or he will lose the first ever VFL 2K Finals series 3-0, and LSJP will walk away triumphant. Here we go then, 7 minutes until the half-time whistle blows. Let's see if maybe this OKC Thunder team in white can start to mount a comeback. I mean, at this point then, Dave, if Ellis keeps this going into the second half, if Ellis walks into the second half, say, with a 15-point lead, do you expect him at that point then for the third and fourth quarter just to play the safest and most professional basketball that he can? He's not going to take any risks at that point, is he?
Realistically, that's what he should do, but to be honest, I just don't think Ellis is going to do that. I think Ellis is going to keep playing to have fun until the end.
It's fair. 1 second left here on the shot clock, sends that one up. Shot clock goes and ultimately breaks and falls right back into the hands of the Cavaliers. Sends that one up, and that's another green, Dave, and it's another three-pointer. He has been ridiculous from the three-point line. Are you surprised at how accurate he's been with his shots, though, on this Canadian ping, or does it just still not surprise you? You expect this?
I'm a little surprised. I do think he's probably shooting about like 70 or 80%. So, the thing with the connection is, like, you can get the timing right, but you still have to actually shoot when you're open, and that can be hard to read when you're on this ping.
Well, for now, right side starting to come open a little bit more here. Noof looking and thinking about things. Left-hand side coming open. Noof sends that one up and brings that one down. 36-18. 18-point lead here. And Shea Gillis-Alexander, 88%. I think an assist rate, I think that was. I wasn't sure what the AST means, but I could be wrong. It's another 3. He is not missing. He is not missing, man. That is ridiculous. He is red hot in terms of timing, in terms of everything. I expected a lot, and even Noof now on his own connection is failing to get a dunk down. I expected Ellis to be way, way more in limbo in terms of difficulty, in terms of shooting in this game, but it just looks like a home game for Ellis. It looks like he's playing on his connection. He is loving it out there as a green goes up, sends that one down, 39-20. Shea Gillis-Alexander in this game tonight, Dave, 13 points, 6 out of 11 from the field. You expect more from Noof and maybe even Noof's main guy. Oh, why would you even attempt that kind of a turnaround fadeaway 3? And not going to happen. Ellis trying to slice in through the center. Sends one up from Sam Merrill, but rebounded there. One-handed rebound as well, quite nice from the OKC Thunder, but they just can't find the basket. Shea Gillis-Alexander again. Looking, driving in, sends a three-pointer away. Nothing there, though. And again, more of those free agents scrolling by on the bottom of your screen. The off-season's coming as a free again. Lands from Cleveland. What do you got to do with your team, with your franchise in this world of NBA? Of course, a lot of people forgot about the re-sign period. Everyone's still kind of new and a bit more raw and green. I mean, even Keza forgot about the extension of Wembenyama. So there's going to be a lot of interesting players out there for free agency. So we'll see who's got the most money and who can do the most damage in terms of their signing. 44-20 though, with 2.5 minutes left of this first half. Gatorade, of course, there on Ellis's player. Doesn't need to risk him, especially with half-time looming. There's another steal there from the Cavs. Outside, 3-point, you know the drill. It's Ellis JP in a nutshell. 27 points. I did not expect it to be this bad in Noof's first home game, but expect the unexpected in a NBA Finals series. That's all you can say. Is another deep free. Dave, he has got to be like high 70s with his 3-point conversion. Another one there lands.
Yeah, probably. He's shooting the lights out. I said that Noof might lose by 30. I never expected us to get to that point by the first half.
Yeah, I mean, the way that he is just sinking, 3-pointer after 3-pointer after 3-pointer, is ridiculous. As that one goes in ultimately as well from Noof, 50-22. Field goals, 81% from the field for the Cavs, Dave. 39 from the Thunder. There's another free. Jesus Lord. And I think
it's just always open. I think that's one of the problems with Noof. It's just like he's got to at least make Ellis think about if the shot's going to be open.
I think you can start to say, Dave, we can put those kind of burgundy, maroon, and yellow ribbons of Cleveland on the NBA championship. It looks like it's heading back to Cleveland. It looks looking like it's heading to Ellis JP's front door. Sends this one. Deep shot. That one brought back for an offensive rebound. And in the end, Noof hit. I think is just happy to kind of get this half done with. The Cleveland players are going down like they've been shot from a sniper in the stands, but Noof driving forward. Goes up. Nope. Outside. Sends that one. And that's going to brick. 8 seconds to go. And this first half of Game 3 is pretty much over. One hand on the championship, Dave. I mean, do you see any... I mean, I asked you earlier on after Game 1, and you said 5% chance. You've got to give Noof a percentage chance now to not just win the game, but win this series. What are we at?
It is 0.1.
There you go.
Ellis needs a heart attack.
Yeah, he needs his house to explode. He needs something cataclysmically bad to happen. You did go into the Super Bowl, Fred, and tell them that, though, as well, didn't you? That would be like 5 minutes late, right?
I did.
Okay, they weren't complaining or anything, were they?
I didn't see any complaints.
That's good. If they were going to complain, I wouldn't care anyway. That's completely fine.
I saw Dini say it was fine. Never saw Hughes respond.
Yeah, well, Hughes can. Yeah, you can firm it. It's fine. He's a tough cookie. He'll be absolutely fine. He'll be watching his friend here, Ellis JP, who's rooting him on. That's the thing. Ellis earlier on saying he wants to win the NBA championship here tonight. Wants Hughes to win the Super Bowl. They'll be champions together. It's a nice way to think of it. Like Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. You pick whoever you think Chris Benoit is in that. I'm going to say that Hughes is Chris Benoit. And this has got that likability like Eddie does. NBA people out there may not have any reference towards the WWE lore I've just spat there, but that's okay. Look it up. You'll be surprised. Ellis it. Trying to dribble on the inside. Goes up. And that one bricks. Shot clock was at 2. He was kind of forced to take the shot there. There's Noof here now on the left-hand side. Looking for maybe a little bit of joy. Where's he going to go? Cycles round, sends the 2 up and brings it down 55-26. Ellis rotates it around. 5 minutes still. I mean, that's the thing as well, Dave. You know, when you think 12 minutes in terms of playable time left for Ellis, those 12 minutes, they're going to feel like 12 hours for Noof with the way that this series has gone.
Yeah, I'm sure he's he's probably wanted this to be over for like an hour.
Yeah, dude, he has. He has. I think the thing he said in the game, Fred, he said, "How do I chew clock on this game?" So he's, I mean, he's in good spirits at least. But he knows it's not his night tonight. Absolutely the case. As Noof sends that one up and goes right back into the hands of Ellis. Sends that one up and somehow that goes in. I don't know. I thought that was completely jammed up, but I mean, when it's your day, it's your day. And again, a reminder, you're going to be seeing more 2K stuff this week as the VFL 5v5 playoffs are going to be commencing after tonight. The play-ins have ended, or they will have ended come the end of this evening. And then, of course, the series of playoff games will begin between our 5v5 teams. Who takes home the first ever 5v5 title? That's going to be something interesting. Killian's Empire is a great shout, but the boys from Egypt are also up there. You've got some fantastic players, but I think maybe even someone like Marco van Lineker's Spartans may have something to say about it. Just a very tense and interesting conversation to come. For now, 3:20 left in the third. Noof with 4 seconds on the shot clock sends up the fadeaway. Nothing there. Back outside. Noof looking once again. Cycles round. Where's he going to go? Drives forward. Not going to happen. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. He doesn't get the points though. Cavaliers ball. I mean, is that the perfect summary for the OKC Thunder today? Just nothing's gone their way. No rhythm. No momentum. It's been a one-sided affair. There's another three, by the way. Bricks from distance. In a good way. Not bricks, but lands from distance. I just can't believe how much joy he's had on the three-point shooting in this third game. And I actually am astounded by it.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, it's just always wide open. He doesn't even have to think maybe he's going to get a contest and, like, hesitate. It's just, I just got to time this right.
But, I mean, even that, though, even though it's open, to time it so consistently well when on that ping advantage or disadvantage, that ping delay is just impressive in its own right. There's another one there from distance, just about bounces out and into the hands of the Thunder. Looking here is Noof. Still Noof driving forward. Going to go up and fails on that one in the end. Ellis. Up it goes. Back down into the hands. Oh, Noof. He's just sending up shots now. I think both of these two are just sending up rockets, Dave, and hoping that something connects because, yeah, I think both of them know this is done. And maybe they're just trying to have a little bit of fun out there before their season ends. Because, again, we don't really know how long the off-season lasts. We don't know anything about the timing and like the deadlines of the draft and how long the draft takes or free agency XYZ. So it is one of those where we're going to be learning together when we hit the postseason tonight. It'll be a little bit of work to do there, but yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Postseason absolutely going to be happening tonight then. Probably when the majority of you are asleep, maybe the Americans are going to get some first dibs on the free agency market. As Noof sends another one up there from nearly half court, rebounded. And Ellis now only about 7 minutes away from having his arm raised as the inaugural VFL 2K champion. And again, big thank you to GameStar Group. We can't stop saying thank you to them for their generosity, helping us with that brilliant trophy that Ellis JP is going to receive. No idea on the shipping time. It is going to come from the United States. Same guy that does our Madden trophies, so he does everything, that guy. He's a talented wizard in his own right. Well, Dave, I mean, would you say this is probably even worse than the second game? Noof in 3 quarters on his own host, only landing 31 points. Is this the sign of someone that has just not been in it, or is this the sign of someone that has gotten increasingly and increasingly dejected with every game? Because it has been performance after performance after performance. It's gotten worse from game 1 to game 2 to game 3.
Yeah, I think this one was worse than game 2 because like he was already down 30 after that second quarter, and the only reason it's not gotten much worse is just because they've just been trying to have fun while as long as it's forced to last.
Wow.
I do believe it's just because he's gotten more dejected.
I'll tell you this much. There's only one person out in that court having fun in the last hour and a half, and it is not a man that resides in Canada. As another three goes up, and the Cavaliers bring another confirmed shot down. His completion rate in this game is going to be repulsively good. Like, it's going to be ridiculous. If people thought, if maybe the Americans like Mr. Oni J, look at that, 18 out of 26, they've 69% from the free. Noof with 25%. I mean, that is quite something, isn't it? Respectfully, Ellis, can you unpause? We've got a Super Bowl to make here, fella. We don't need to see you looking through stats. Thank you very much. God bless you. Okay, there we go. We're back on play here. But no, 69% from the free, Dave. With this disadvantage that he's on is ridiculous. And like I was about to say there, if the Americans, like the Oni Jays or, you know, the MBs thought, well, get him on our host, we can finish him. He's shown tonight, host is not a problem. You're going to need to be the better player, the better baller, if you want to kind of beat me to a championship. This one driving forward again has turned over by the Thunder. Ellis moving around through the center. As Sam Merrill trying to find a way through. Sam Merrill back across here into Ellis's hands we go. Sends that one up to Sam Merrill. That one bricks in the end. 5.5 minutes. And it's a shame as well, isn't it, Dave? Because you think back to this entire playoff structure from the first round to now. And, you know, Noof and I think it was Pickings having that incredible, the best series we've seen throughout the entire thing, where he won it with a kind of last second shot in double overtime. I mean, that's what you want to see, but it's just not been, it's not been able to be recreated this game. I think, like I said, I said to you earlier when I alluded to it, I think he put all of that energy and all of that focus into the Pickings game. I think he was spent afterwards. I think he came into this game knowing that he was going to lose, and I think you could see that in the performance tonight. I think Pickings was his championship game. That's what I think. That's what I believe.
And that's completely valid. Like, if I were to get to that point, I were to beat Pickings, I'd probably think the same way, to be honest.
Yeah, like I said, in double overtime with the last shot of the game, that feels like a championship, but maybe that derailed him. Maybe that took his eyes off the prize. Maybe he'll sit back and hold his hands up and say, listen, end of the day, like Dave alluded to, 2K is not my main game and I just lost to the better player. I don't think he'll have any... He's not going to have any negative things to say about Ellis here today either, is he, Dave? Ellis has played some brilliant basketball. He's played dominant defense, dynamic offense. This has been a 5-star performance.
Yeah, I think so. Ellis has played completely clean. He really just, like... He's just better.
Absolutely. And another three, by the way, as the 82-point marker continues to rise up. And I think the thing as well from Ellis that I've been impressed by, Dave, no signs of mental fatigue. We talked about that in this stream and also previous streams. 3 games in a row. You know, 35 minutes, 35 minutes, 35 minutes. That's 105 minutes. That is, you know what I mean, nearly 2 hours of active playing. And he looks like he's just improved each game. He doesn't look like he's wavered one bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just comes down to the experience. Like, he's played this much more than we have, and he really is just this good. He's made the reads throughout the games. He came into game 1 knowing how Noof likes to play, and he's come out of each game like knowing how to stop it even better.
I mean, seeing this as well, because we know that you're on Ellis's side of the playoff bracket. I mean, obviously, again, you're pretty honest about it. You know, more so UFC and Madden, your flavor. But what is the aim for the Chicago Bulls and you then next season seeing this performance? Do you aim to try and compete with Ellis? Is it just to kind of get to that same stage that you got to this season? How do you look at this? How do you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, the champions of this season, of this final, and then say, yeah, that's what I need to do to get close to them? Or do you just know your place, Dave, and you're happy to not compete against them?
In general, I kind of use a logic that I just want to improve every season.
Yeah.
So I made it to round 2 this year. So
Correct, yeah.
preferably next year, I'd like to make it to round 3.
Oh, you made it to round 2. Keep in mind, give yourself some credit. Made it to round 2, only playing what, a quarter, maybe at max a half of the season. So you could have had an even better seed and
it
even
hurt
better.
me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurt a lot that I inherited the team when they were like 2-8, but preferably, I did take some losses that on my own that I maybe shouldn't have. So even if I play from the start, I'd probably end up a lower seed as Ellis and maybe even Kenmure. So I want to aim to do better in the next one.
There you go. That's what everyone should be doing. Again, people from the Madden League, take note. Not a couple of losses. And where? Put me down in the fantasy. Take note. Take note, Abdi. A couple of losses to the Timberwolves. Where? I don't want to do it anymore. Stick at it. Multiple games. You're going to need to improve. This that you've seen here tonight, this clean sweep, this 3-0 dominance from Cleveland, this is the standard. This is the benchmark of what you've got to do to be the guy on the court. And for LSJP, he may well have some aging stars. He may well have maybe not the nicest cap situation, only he knows, but this is a guy that I think you could put Larry the Postman out on the court and he would find a way to make it work. He is just so damn higher than everyone else right now, and that's got to be a great feeling. It's got to be a nice day to walk onto the court in the regular season and just know that you are better than everybody in front of you.
Yeah, that is how it is. Sorry, Hughes is scumming host, and we just realized he doesn't even get host for the Super Bowl. But Ellis really is just that much better than everyone else, it seems. And I'm kind of worried about how long will Ellis have like no competition. How many championships will he win before anyone can even compete with him?
How many does he win until he gets bored? I think a lot of people will be hoping maybe one. Hopefully he disappears, he clears off. But it's game, set, and match day 3-0. The championship is headed back to Cleveland. And LSJP is the first ever VFL 2K champion. And he will get that $150 trophy from GameStar Group GSGR. Wonderful sponsors of our NBA stuff here tonight. What a way to seal it. The Cavaliers, though. First championship since when, Dave? When did the Cavaliers last win the championship? Do you know? Do you have that knowledge on the top of your head or not?
I believe it was when they won it in 2016 with LeBron.
So there you go. 10 years.
I could be wrong, but I do believe that is the last time they won.
There you go. Well, phenomenal work from LSJP. Phenomenal work from the boys. And if you want to advance to off-season, Ellis, if you're listening to this, you can, but you will need to put up like the posts to kind of guide people. They have until date X to do whatever, you know. So I don't know if you know more than me on that. I need to look into it, but you can make a judgment on that. For now, though, listen, congratulations to LSJP tonight, your VFL 2K champion. Commiserations to Noof. It was a great season. That brilliant series between him and Kemure will live in our him and Pickens, will live in our minds for an instant decade. That's how good it was. But the big question, the penultimate question, is who can stop LSJP on the court? And so far, I don't think many can. For now, stay with us. We're going to head over to the Madden Fields for VFL Super Bowl 14. So, who wins between the Houston Texans and the Arizona Cardinals? We'll be live in 5 to find out. Dave, thank you so much for joining us on Comms tonight. Anything for you to mention before we let you go, or none?
Nope.
There you go. Fantastic. It's been me, it's been Dave, it's been the VFL 2K Franchise League, a successful first season. Can't wait for Season 2, fellas. I'll see you then. Good night. We're out.